Big Brother, Morgan Pope talks receiving the worst of Vince Panaro cheatmance blame. Big Brother, Morgan Pope talks receiving the worst of Vince Panaro cheatmance blame. After a season of Big Brother gameplay with Vince Panaro by her side, Morgan Pope has finally spoken out about their in-house relationship, that brutal girlfriend Zing, and more. On the exclusive with Sharon Tharp, Big Brother podcast, Season 27 finalist Morgan took listeners inside her experience in the Big Brother house. While she continued to confirm that her relationship with Vince was strictly platonic, even though viewers began to refer to it as a cheatmance, the gamer gave a ton of insight into her thought process in the house when it came to public perception, especially when it came to Zingbot's brutal roast, likening her to Vince's longtime girlfriend, Kelsey. Even though Vince was the person in a relationship outside of the house, Morgan said, "I feel like I'm receiving the worst of it because I'm a woman," citing the misogyny that came from certain camps of viewers. Morgan confirmed that those boundaries were clear in the house. However, she did admit that Zing caught me by surprise. For those who don't recall, while Vince received a zing about living with his parents, the Zingbot asked Morgan, "What do you call someone who lights up when Vince walks into the room, gives him long hugs, and cuddles him?" "His girlfriend." After the zing, Morgan stated, "I just hope that when America watches us, they see, like, a best friend duo. Not whatever Zingbot thinks it." Taking listeners behind the curtain, Morgan admitted, "I remember going into the diary room, after the zing, and being like, what are we doing here? This is a friend of mine. Strictly a friend of mine, and I'm not understanding why it's turning into this." Before that, she had only been asked about her relationship with Vince by production once. Her response? "He's just a friend." Morgan also pointed out that there were multiple duos in the house, noting the only difference, mine is obviously the opposite sex. She recalled, "We saw Rachel, Riley, and Ashley, Hollis, hanging out all the time. Now granted, they're two women." Big Brother Vince Panaro deletes all pictures of girlfriend Kelsey from his Instagram. Brother star Vince Panaro has fans talking after deleting all Instagram photos featuring his girlfriend, Kelsey. The move comes amid weeks of speculation about the couple's relationship, following reports of tension and alleged drama involving fellow Big Brother houseguest Morgan Pope. Vince's social media purge now has followers wondering if their relationship has quietly ended, or if something deeper is going on behind the scenes. Vince wipes Instagram clean of Kelsey photos. Fans first noticed the missing pictures when Vince's once photo-filled Instagram suddenly looked bare, with every post featuring Kelsey removed. The two had regularly shared affectionate photos and comments during and after Big Brother, making the sudden deletion a major red flag for followers. Neither Vince nor Kelsey has publicly addressed the move, but Kelsey's profile still includes older posts with him, leaving fans to speculate whether the breakup was one-sided. Social media watchers believe Vince's decision might be tied to ongoing rumors that have followed the couple since their time on the show. Despite appearing strong during post-finale interviews, the quiet erasure of their shared moments has sparked concern that their once public love story may have taken a sharp turn. Morgan's comments about Vince spark fresh speculation. Earlier this month, Morgan Pope spoke candidly about her relationship status during an interview with Entertainment Now, where she clarified that she and Vince had no romantic connection after leaving the Big Brother house. However, she acknowledged that their close bond and flirty dynamic during filming may have confused fans, and possibly caused tension between Vince and Kelsey. Morgan emphasized that she and Vince shared mutual respect as friends and game allies, not romantic partners. Still, her comments reignited fan theories that jealousy may have played a role in the couple's recent social media fallout. Viewers online pointed to several moments where Morgan appeared uncomfortable addressing questions about Vince, adding more fuel to the ongoing speculation. Post-season interviews with Vince attempted getting reactions from Panaro about the behavior towards Morgan. While no one involved has confirmed the authenticity of the footage, its timing aligns closely with Vince's latest Instagram purge. Sources close to the couple claim the situation has caused significant strain, and insiders hint that the two might be taking time apart. As for fans, the speculation continues to dominate Big Brother discussion forums, with many waiting for one of them to break their silence. Big Brother 27, Ashley Hollis speaks out after stunning win and dramatic finale. In a shocking turn of events, Ashley Hollis was crowned the winner of Big Brother 27. She cut Morgan Pope at the final 3 after winning the final head of household competition, and took Vince Panaro with her. Ashley only won a veto in week 1 and the final HOH, so making it to the end was no easy feat. She attached herself to Rachel Riley and Sifton Will Williams. After making the judges' alliance with Rachel, Will, Morgan, and Vince, Ashley aligned herself with players outside of it, like Keanu Soto and Ava Pearl, in order to ensure her safety. She knew taking Morgan to the final 2, despite being her friend and ally all season, would give her second place. So, she took Vince instead and won in a 6-1 vote. Ashley talked to TV Insider about winning the game, being a lawyer, and how she made it to the end. "Am on cloud 9 right now. So happy. How confident were you coming into tonight to the finale?" "Oh, my gosh, I wasn't. I thought, oh, I have to compete against Beast Morgan, who was my best friend in the house, but let's be real, she was the strongest competitor. She was a comp beast. She comped out towards the end of the game. And so I thought, no way am I beating her in this competition. But I knew I was going to give it my all. I was going to focus, and I was going to let God do what God does. And if it's meant for me, it's meant for me, and if it's not, it wasn't. And luckily, it was. Were there any votes that surprised you? You won 6-1, with just Morgan voting against you. Yes, Lauren Doming. Lauren's vote shocked me just because her and Vince were very, very close the entire game, and Keanu Soto, I was like 50-50 on. I thought maybe I could get his vote, because he's been trying to get Morgan out for a while, and I finally did it, and I made that move, and I made it happen. So I thought he'd respect that, but he and Vince had a very close relationship with the entire game as well, so I wasn't sure. And then Kelly Jorgensen was my third surprise. I thought me and Kelly never really saw eye to eye necessarily in the house. We were friendly, but we weren't each other's favorite people in the house. I think Kelly's a nice girl, but we just never got on. Maybe we'll get on really well outside of the show, I don't know. And so I wasn't sure if she would vote for who she liked more, and I wasn't sure who she did, because I knew she didn't really like Vince, so I wasn't sure where she would go. But they had a game-working relationship for a lot of the game. So yeah, but Lauren was the vote I was the most surprised about. So you were a lawyer in the Judges' Alliance being voted on in a jury that can't be lost on you. What's the first thing that you think you're gonna do with your $750,000 winnings? Oh my gosh, that's a good question. Well, I'm gonna take my whole family out to dinner, for sure. I think I'm definitely gonna go on a trip, take my family on a trip, and then I think I'm gonna save. I'm a big saver. I don't plan on living beyond my means. As a lawyer, I was very good with money, but I definitely think I'll take care of my parents. I will give them a large chunk of my money, because they have given me the entire world. I mean, they would give the clothes off their back if it meant making me happy and propelling me in life. And so I want to give back in any way I can to them, in whatever way I can. So definitely that, and then probably buying a house eventually. I think use that money to invest. First, I've got to get a new job, but use that money to invest in a life, and I think also just sustain my life, my lifestyle, without having a job right now. So I quit my job for the show, but I'd love to get into acting. I'd love to get into commercial modeling, or maybe doing what you're doing, like a TV hosting gig or something. I would love to get into things like that, and be able to go on auditions and really go for my dreams, and so this money will allow me to do so. So I'm really excited. Do you think not telling your house guests that you were an attorney helped or hurt your game? Oh, I think it helped my game, because people in that house thought I was dumb. I mean, they thought I was slow, but it allowed them to spill a lot of valuable information for me that I was able to use and either weaponize or use to gain new allies in the game. So it worked out to my benefit, because people were always loose lips around me because they thought I didn't really know what was going on and that I wasn't playing the game when, in fact, I was playing it, since I walked in. So I think it worked to my benefit. I started to get a little worried towards the end, though. I remember Keanu, we had a conversation in the wine room, and he was basically saying, "You're playing for second place because you've done nothing in this game. You have no alliances. You're not with anyone." Ever since Rachel left, I was thinking, that's not true, but if I hear things too soon that could also blow up my game. So I started to use my goodbye messages, and really utilize that as a tool to explain my game. So that way, if I made it to the end, I'd have to explain a little bit less. So you just said Keanu said you did nothing. You won a veto in week 1 and the final HOH. What do you think got you that far in the game with only winning week 1 and then the end?